The price of food rising up very fast, and then it will be more and more serious because of so many factors that make the food shortage all over the world. In this situation, how can we prepare ourselves to face this problem? Some people maybe don't think much. It's just waiting for the government to solve the problem, waiting for the system to solve the problem. But if we think like that, it can be disaster, can be a big problem. It seems like most of people don't know what to do. There's no food in the market. How can we survive? We don't know what to do with it, just waiting for government to solve the problem. But actually, we cannot expect much from the government side because the government are the representative of the company who control the food. Government they are not the representative of people. They said we select them, they work for us, but actually there's another thing behind that thing too. So in this case, I don't think we need to wait for government much. If they help, it's okay, but if they cannot help, or if they decide the policy to serve the big company more than us, we will have big problem. So in this situation, the best way we can do is just come back to ourselves and think about how can we find food for ourselves. The first thing is think about learn how to eat more diversity. This part is very important because we were trained to eat less and less variety. That is the main cause of the crisis that we have now, because we were trained to eat only eggs, chicken, pork or beef, and grain, maybe corn or wheat or rice. That's the main thing we eat. But there are so many food in this world. There are many things edible, many things good too. But they train us to eat this for a long time. And then we used to it. And then we cannot eat anything else. We don't know how to eat them anymore. So now is the good time to practice, to train ourselves to eat more diversity of food. There are so many kinds of plants around us. We can eat them. It can be very good food too, very tasty. It's so sad to see some people just eat pork and rice, and eggs, or chicken and eggs and rice for a long time, all their life. That's all they ate. And some people just eat cheese and wheat and meat for all their life. But if we come back to the nature, come back to our own wisdom of our ancestors, we will see that there are so many good things to eat on this earth. So if we come back to learn our own wisdom, our own knowledge about how to eat food, we can eat so many things. And then we will have less problem with food crisis that we have now. Everything around us, for example, coconut trees. In case if we have nothing to eat, we just cut them and then take the shoot, the heart, the top of the stem, peel it off, peel the branches off. Inside it will be very white and soft part of coconut. That part is edible. It's so good food, very tasty. There are many things around us. There are many grass, many plants that are edible. I think if we come back and learn how to eat things, we will survive. We will have less impact from the food crisis in the near future. Our own wisdom is very important. We need to go back to learn from our own wisdom, our ancestors. They learn so much to eat whatever around them. They develop a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge that how to eat each varieties of plants or animals. Some kind of plant is poison. It's dangerous, but they know how to process them and eat them. Some kind of jam, wild jam. If you eat them, you can die. If you eat them directly, you can die from it. But they develop the technique how to slice them very thin and soak in the water for a few days before they steam them and eat them. So before we discover this knowledge, how many people die to experiment this? If we don't keep or save this knowledge, we will lose the most precious wisdom in our life. It's not worth it to experiment to die again, to know how to eat things. So it's good, it's important to go back to learn what our ancestors used to eat and how to eat them. That's very important thing. We can pass this food crisis easily if we come back and learn something like this, because food is everywhere. Now we were trained to eat only wheat, corn, rice, pork, chicken and eggs mainly. We don't know how to eat anything else. So it's time to come back. It's time to develop our skill about eating. We will have no problem with food crisis or food shortage. We will be independent on food. And the second thing is we need to help each other more. It's the time to share. It's the time to help. Because helping each other is the way to survive. We need to share. We need to help each other. And then we can pass the problem together. For example, now our ทำธุรกิจ company or fair business company that we set up in Thailand now, our company start to sell food in very low price. Some of them is lower than normal price. And rice, we give it for free. You don't need to buy rice from our restaurant. So we buy only food, but we give free rice to help each other. So we did not think about profit much in this situation. We think about how can we survive together. So if many people start to help each other like this, we will pass this crisis easily. And after that, we can think about profit later. When we are in the normal situation, we can enjoy to be together. We can think about profit in the fair profit. If many sector, many part help each other like this, I think food crisis will not be a big problem for us.